Hi collective, welcome or welcome back to the Oysters. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, welcome. I hope that you get cozy and plan to stay a while. And if you are returning, I'm so glad that you're here. Today is Tuesday, June 17th. It is presently 5:47 p.m. I have a bit of a not urgent message. I'll just say that it kind of like came out of nowhere. So today was my first acknowledgement of it, to know that I needed to deliver a message. So I don't feel like it's urgent in terms of a warning in that way, so much as it's just really, really strong in the collective energy at this time. So I have some meditation notes and channel downloads I'm going to share with you guys, pray over this space. I have something for you to watch and refer to that came through, and then we'll get started. So Spirit, thank you for allowing me to be here with the collective at this time. Lord, I ask that you continue to guide, hold, and harness us within your energy, within your space, leading us into all of the directions, people, and rooms that are needed at this time. And always, may we always be in the right space, at the right place, at the right time. May you continue to block us and protect us from any danger, any harm, any illness or sickness. And I pray that we all remain in your arms for now and always. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. So again, this came through for me a couple hours ago. I do feel like a couple of you guys could be forgetting something a lot. Like I feel like it's like more than one thing that you kind of have to keep, I don't know, maybe going back home because you forgot something and then you forgot something again. But just a little bit of forgetful energy. The overall message here for you guys, if this connects with you, is a need to change your focus and your communication with self. There's something overall about, you know, your spiritual alignment being strong, you having a level of awareness of knowing what your spirituality looks like, how you receive messages, your meditation, your breath work, things of that sort, to keep you in a proper alignment. But that not being off, but a specific portion of your mental being off, which is kind of throwing that out of whack, if you will. So we're gonna get into your messages that I have overall for you guys, and then we'll get into your decks. The number 7 could be significant, maybe 7 days from now or 7 days from today. Prior to today, excuse me, could have been significant. There's this energy of you guys wanting to be free, whatever that means for you. You could be any of these signs or dealing with one. A Virgo, Capricorn, Cancer, Leo, or Pisces. So earth, water, and fire energy there. I do see most of you for who this resonates with. I see you sort of in this energy of feeling alone, specifically feeling alone in a need to make a specific decision. I was hearing hopeless and helpless, but also remember, you're never hopeless or helpless. There's always sort of keys, guidance, people around you who can always help or assist. So make sure you take advantage of that. Whatever it is that you are dealing with, I feel like there's a need for you to look for wisdom or guidance at this time. That's really kind of what your energy is going into, looking for a need of direction, level of comfort, something of that sort. And timing here is very significant in that regard. The other portion of this, I feel like you guys, in terms of your dreams and your direction, again, knowing where you're going, knowing what the end goal, the end objective is, I feel like that is correct. I do, however, feel like your intellect and your attachment to that at this time is not correct. So that could look like, I don't know, you wanting to be a professional soccer player. And so the goal of you being a soccer player, goal of you being in games, practicing things of that sort, that is correct. That is in alignment with your path, your desires, what it is that's meant for you. But your mental capacity in believing that you don't have the funds to be on, you know, a certain city team so that you can practice more, or that you don't have the equipment that you need to practice. It's something like that. Like, you have one portion of it correct, but the other portion of it in that way is lacking. And ultimately, that's something that will affect your progress here and your manifestation, no matter what it is, even if it's you deciding that you want to start your own company and you have the goal, you have the desire, you have the vision of what this company looks like. You are correct in that. But your mental intellect and how you're attaching yourself to something that you love so much and starting this company. I'm getting something about cooking. Maybe some of you are trying to put out a cookbook. You're feeling like you don't have the capacity to write out all of your recipes, or you don't know what that looks like. So sort of just needing aid in that regard. But again, your vision is correct. Your intellect in terms of that vision and how to get there is not parallel at this time. There is a need. I was hearing there's a pivot in your path. So it's not that your path or, again, the dream, the goal is changing, but maybe how you're getting there is. And so if there's been this sort of thought process of how it's supposed to look versus now something about your circumstances have changed, or just energetically in the astral field something has changed, then we now need to be open to what that new path looks like and releasing our ego in that so we can receive what it is that's best for us, because we can't always see everything. Definitely heavy Leo energy here. A Leo is texting me right now. Yeah, I have something is going the opposite way that you planned. So you need to detach here for a sense of perspective, but do not give up. I have that in all capital letters and bolding here. It's like you're one step away from something. I was seeing the number 11 to 12. 11 is justice, so getting what it is that you deserve, and that is meant for you. But 12 is about perspective. So it's here, it's coming, but only if your perspective is in the right alignment for you to be able to receive that. We cannot ever manifest from places that are negative, or if we're being hard or difficult on ourselves or making it seem as though something is unattainable. I was hearing you can't go anywhere if you don't try. Some of you, I'm seeing, have a strong admiration for something. That something has to do with beauty. It might be the way that someone looks or they portray themselves. There is a need for most of you to have a new breath of vitality. So whether that's you know, going to yoga, for a walk, maybe just going to go sleep at a friend's house, so your environment is different and you're not in your home like you typically would be. Something to just recharge your energy and, again, change that perspective for you will be really helpful, because there is a struggle, a sacrifice, a heartache that sort of has you in a chokehold. And that doesn't have to look devious. It doesn't have to look malicious. It doesn't have to look super negative or like you crying every single day, or you being depressed. And I don't say that lightly. I know exactly what that feels like. But it can really just be a sense of you feeling like you hit a certain roadblock, or having this thought, this desire to, again, believe in something, but then thinking that it can't come true because you're used to things not coming true. Like there's something that happened previously or in the past, and I don't know if it's in direct correlation to what it is that you're currently trying to manifest or just in general, but there is this level of separation and loss, heartbreak that you've gone through, and that's sort of still ruminating in your mind, whether you realize it or not. That's sort of affecting and causing a little bit of like I'm seeing a car trying to get out of mud. It's like you could go, but only if you make sure your gears are in the right shift for you to get out of that space. A few more things here. I was hearing drop the burdens. A few of you may be having this overall melancholy energy. So I don't see you, again, being sad, crying all the time, being depressed, but there is like this lingering energy of, I don't want to say defeat either, just uncertainty, but the uncertainty is becoming more robust within your own space, even though that's not really the energy you carry. Because again, you're in, I know what I'm doing, I know what the goal is, I know the direction, but a little bit of how in that way. I was also having a vision for some of you. I was seeing like a timid child in regards to this energy going to ask their parents for permission, almost like if you're, you know, when you're a kid and you want to go ask your parents to go stay at your friend's house, and like for whatever reason you get nervous. And it's like the worst they can say is no, and the best they can say is yes. Like it's only a difference between a yes or a no, and it's the same thing with spirit. If you are on a path that's aligned for you, that you are, you know, striving for, that you feel in your heart, that you cannot forget, that's just in your mind, that is put on your heart and in your path for a reason. So spirit's only going to say no when it's not time, or it's not aligned for you, or it's not the proper path for you to reach and achieve that goal. Otherwise, it's always going to be a yes. You know what I mean? Like spirit, God always want the exact and only best for you, and they know what that looks like. So again, if there is a level of pivot, if there is a level of uncertainty, that's only popping up now because there's something that needs to perspectively change. And then within that energy, I was hearing that you guys need to trust whatever it is that you're building, because again, you're not believing in something is causing disarray and detachment. I'm going to say that again. You're not believing in something is causing disarray and detachment, which doesn't make sense, right? Because if you're believing in something, something that you believe in should bring you a sense of hope, of faith, of triumph in regards to what it looks like when you get there. If something that you're not believing in brings you disarray and detachment, that would mean that you're fighting yourself in a way of not fully believing in what you already know to be true. Your throat chakra, heart chakra, and third eye chakra are imbalanced at this time, which is another reason why this is happening. And that's what's aiding in the confusion within your crown chakra and your solar plexus chakra, which is the way that you think and your confidence within yourself. If the way that you think and your confidence within yourself aren't connecting, there's a discord there. It's only because your heart chakra, what you love, what you're attaching yourself to, your throat chakra, how you're speaking about it, how you're speaking and intellectualizing it to yourself, and your third eye, your vision to perceive this is a little bit off. So again, advice on definitely doing something to bring in new energy into your space. Set an alarm for 2:51 p.m. whenever you're seeing this. I was seeing you guys go from the Knight of Swords to the King of Swords. So that, again, the same energy of kind of believing in what you have to say to fully believing in and knowing exactly what it is that you say and standing on that. You guys might get a text message, but there's going to be some fresh level of energy that comes through that brings assurance to your confidence. I feel like I also keep saying so that energy as well. Something's going to come in at 2:51 p.m. to bring more clarity on things are okay, I can breathe. So pay attention to the little things that are going on at that time, what you're listening to, who you're speaking to, the symbolism of what that could mean, anything there. My heart chakra right now is aching, so some of this for you could be in relation to love. Doesn't have to be, but whatever it is, it definitely weighs on your heart space a lot. And then my last message here, and this is what I have a reference for. If you guys are in a group of friends and all of your friends don't believe in the mission it is that you're working on, they don't believe in what it is that you believe in, there might be a need to either change the group of friends or definitely be discerning in what it is that you share. You know what I mean? Because you can't what is it saying? I'm hearing, you can't shoot your dream. You can't, if they don't know your dreams, they can't shoot them down or something like that. That's significant here. And then there's like this energy of you guys allowing your fears to guard your future, as if it's like a safe haven of you staying in your fears, but it only keeps you in lack energy. And so there's this need for you to become besties with the beast. Whatever it is that's trying to come into your energy right now, whatever it is that's making it seem like it has more control than you do. And again, this is your perspective. This is all mental. Your spiritual is good. Your understanding of who you are is good, but your mental capacity in believing that those two together are a powerhouse is not fully there. So become besties with whatever it is that is trying to fight you. And we have to eat our fears for breakfast and lunch and dinner, because they're not going to eat us. You know what I mean? Like, we can only do what it is that we actually believe in if we actually believe it. So I had a Harry Potter reference that came up, which was really interesting. I feel like I had this vision of like an eye opening. And so there is a scene specifically from this movie that I'm going to play for you guys. I'll also put it in the description box because I'm going to kind of fast forward through it a little bit. It's 3 minutes and 3 seconds long. So you definitely could be a Virgo here. I also would check out the Virgo last reading. This ticket brings confirmation, and the Taurus reading, elevating to meet your highest self, and reconciliation restores your confidence. So again, this could be about love or a friendship or something like that. But this is, I'm going to play it for you guys. You can watch the details and then I'll speak about it just after.
She knows more about you than you do. Who doesn't? What's happening? The staircase has changed, remember? Let's go this way. Before the stair. This is the 3rd floor. It's forbidden. Let's go.
Anyone here, my sweet? Come on.
I thought she's gone. Probably thinks the door's locked. It was locked, and for good reason.
And then 1 second.
It was standing on a trapdoor, which means it wasn't there by accident. It's guarding something.
Guarding something?
That's right. Now, if you two don't mind,
Okay, so a couple of things. The staircase change. Staircases talk about hierophant energy in the home. You're going up levels, right? But again, if the staircase is moving, your path is changing. It doesn't mean that where you're going is changing, but how you're getting there may be depicted differently now. So pay attention to that. And then again, if you guys go watch that, which I highly suggest that you do, even the photos from that scene in the background were moving on the walls. And that again speaks to things that have already happened, but sort of make it seem like they're still alive in your mind, even though they don't exist anymore. So there's that past energy that's sort of clogging your space in that way for you to not understand that the pivot that's happening is still for your best good. The other portion was, they say we're on the 3rd floor, it's forbidden. 3 represents your solar plexus chakra, going back to me saying that your solar plexus chakra and your crown chakra are imbalanced here, only because your heart chakra, your third eye, and your throat chakra are out of whack. So making sure that you do your meditation, your breath work here, because they all need to coincide together in that way. The cat had red eyes. If anything ever comes up, you guys, where something has red eyes, whether it be in your dream or a vision that you're having, it means that it's taken over by a certain energy. It doesn't have to mean that it's possessed. It just means that it's not fully itself. So a cat represents our intuition. So there's something about your intuition, again, that's a little bit muffled. I'm hearing somebody talk on like a microphone, but you can't really hear them, as if like their mouth is too close to the mic. The other portion of that was when they got into that door where the three-headed dog was, it's like they're waking up this beast. And if they didn't go through that door in the first place, they wouldn't have recognized it. And if they didn't recognize it, they wouldn't have also seen again how Hermione said they're guarding something. So you have this energy where something's guarding what it is that's secretive. And it doesn't have to be secretive actually. This could just, again, be something that only you know you're working on, that it is that you're trying to manifest here. But your fears are guarding whatever it is that you need to get through. You have access to get through the door. Now that you get through the door, you just need to perceive it in a way of, this is where I'm supposed to be, and I can befriend this beast and get to what it is that I need. Again, going back to the third floor, it's forbidden. We're not supposed to be here. That's your confidence. Who says you're not supposed to be there? If Spirit gave you access and direction, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So let's see here. You cannot make this up. Again, you guys, I always pre-shuffle and clean my decks before I bring them back out, and I have like over 30, so I never know what's at the bottom of them, but we start with the number 3, recognition and reward here. But pick your head up. You know what I mean? Like, you're here. We're recognizing you. We're giving it to you. We see you. You just have to see you. Shadow in reverse. Shuffling for the collective, Spirit. Thank you so much. Let's turn the music back on. It feels serious. Like, it's okay, y'all. It's okay. Justice came out here, which is really balance, but balance came out in reverse. Perfect. You have balance, throat chakra, truth, and patience. Yeah. Everything that we just said is true. You have all major arcanas out here. This is a really, really, really big deal. But until your balance is upright and you see the truth of what you're standing on and what's before you, you're not going to be able to plant seeds in Sagittarius energy, move forward with that momentum that it is that you're supposed to have, because you're not at the moment speaking to yourself correctly. Throat chakra here. So once you speak to yourself correctly, you'll come into balance, you'll see your truth and be able to plant proper seeds, excuse me. Yeah, temptation. Don't keep going to like whatever that, I don't know. I just see somebody like, and maybe that forgetful energy is forgetting who you are, forgetting what it is that you plan for, forgetting what it is that you've told yourself, forgetting what it is that you've worked through, forgetting what it is that your skill set is. It could be a many of things, but baby, your destiny is right here. I'm here knocking on your door. Confirm, please. Yeah. Love begins. It's beginning. It's happening. It's being cultivated. They're ready to pour into you so long as you pour into yourself. You got to get out of this straitjacket. 16 here. You have 14, 20, 11, 5. And you just had 15 out. So everything is happening in order, but you feel constricted right now, but you're not. You see how things are starting to break apart, but you have to believe again in what it is that's breaking apart so that that love can start for you and you see your own truth. You're not that far. You're not that far. Firm foundation. That's what I'm saying. Like, your base chakra and all of the conversation that we had has never come up. We haven't talked about your base chakra at all. So your foundation and, you know, again, your strength of you is completely clean. It's there. It's what it needs to be. Your mental, baby. You got to get your mental where your foundation is so that your confidence can believe what it is that you're telling yourself, because there's no reason why you can't do it. 4 of coins here. And I just see you being frozen, but your guide's trying to give you all of these messages by way of birds, the universe, nature, you being outside, outward conversations, again, connect with friends, do something to get yourself out of your element and bring color here to you. I'm seeing a black and white TV screen from back in the day where there's a dial on the TV and I'm hearing it change channels, like the station of a radio, and it's just static. But if you keep turning that knob, you'll get to the right station. If you keep on that stairway that's changing for you, you're gonna have it click just like it did in the scene there. And it looked like Legos clicking. She said the staircases change, remember? The pathways change sometimes, remember? We have to always think about our internal growth as well and things that are going on outside of us. So everything might not always continue to go in that direction that we once saw it in, and we have to be open to you know, changes that exist in that way, because they're only and always for our betterment, as long as we receive it in that way. We can always like see an obstacle and be like, why me? But more so like, thank God, you know? Some of you guys could be getting a package soon. Seeing a UPS man. I'm hearing that's it. Okay. You have the Star here and the Fool. Once you heal this and recognize your beauty, who you are, you're this unicorn of a person. You have so much within you. This is like, I'm seeing this as like her, but her outside of herself. You nurturing yourself. I'm hearing you can do it. You got it. Seriously, like to be your own cheerleader, to be your own love in that way, to fall in love with you in that way. Once you do that, you'll have all of the confidence you need to take this trip, take that next step. It almost is like I'm seeing trains that keep going by, and let's say you have the 10 o'clock train for, I don't know why I'm hearing Frankfurt. Some of you could be from Europe, Germany specifically, or you're going somewhere that's like gonna be a long time travel, a long journey. And I'm just seeing a train that keeps going by, and it's like, you're ready. You have what you need. You have your ticket. You have your spirit guide here, your loyalty, letting you know you're going in the right direction, and you're just not getting on the train yet. But it's only because you don't feel like you're ready to get on the train. You are ready to get on the train. You just have to believe in you. And that the transportation that spirit is giving you, Pegasus here, is all the spiritual backing that you need. They're gonna bring everything into your favor and exactly how you need it. You have 9 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck and Ace of Swords. It's like going back to that friend energy. It's like you're with your friends and you're toasting and you're cheersing and you're feeling good, and that energy helps you feel good. But then it's like, I have to go back home and the sun is going down here and I have all of these obstacles. But it's like, there's a truth, going back to that truth card that first came out, there's a truth that you have to cut through. This is reminding me of cotton candy, a sweetness that's waiting on you that you are consumed of, and it's just about you getting to the root of yourself. The Empress, nurturing energy there. Anything else? Oh yeah, they said no. Queen of Cups, bless. All right. Anything else here for the collective spirit? You guys have 10 of Wands. Oh, my angels. And Judgment. 10 of Wands and Judgment. Spirit is like, look at what you're carrying. Does that belong to you? Is that yours? Should you be thinking that? Is that valid? Like, honestly, ask yourself these questions, because a lot of it feels like it's things that you're carrying, that you don't need to carry. Right behind that is a Queen of Wands. You're ready to take off. You're ready to be in your fiery energy. Again, there's something from the past that is distorting your vision of yourself. And I don't feel like it's continuous. Again, like I don't see you crying every day, but I see it pop up when like it's the most inconvenient. Like at this time, me working on this project, I don't need to have thoughts of how am I gonna get this done? I need to have thoughts of, look at you working on this project, bro. This project is about to be done. I'm working on this project. I'm successful in this project. I know what I'm doing. I have all of this experience. Whatever that is for you. I'm seeing somebody fill up a really large bucket of water. I'm seeing that as you guys, some of you being really dehydrated, and then some of you again really needing replenishment. So I don't know if that's going in a pool, going to the spa, but there's some level of change for, I'm hearing like a huge gasp, like for you to catch your breath in a new way. Yeah. Sorry, I'm realizing that's loud. That's what I needed. Okay. You have Death card that came out in reverse first, and you have the Ten of Pentacles, sorry. And then you also have the Three of Cups here. This is everything that you could possibly dream of in the physical, in your finances, in what it is that you've been building, and then celebration here and a love of celebration. Going back to the energy that we talked about in the very beginning of the channeled messages, do not give up. Something is not over. You're not defeated. It's not the end of the road. It's not gonna work out. It's gonna work out exactly in the way that you perceive it to. It's like I'm getting Harold and the Purple Crayon, which is that children's books where like he can draw out whatever it is that he wants to walk into. Be Harold. I'm hearing be Harold, but then I heard it as hero, and then I was hearing hip hip hooray. So an energy of sort of saving yourself here. Wow, yeah, it looks like the finish line. And then it's like Two of Wands. What you're planning for, maybe the road is a little, got some waves, baby, but life is all about peaks and valleys. Also pay attention to your dreams. There's messages in there for you for sure, but you guys, the Sun, you have it all. You have it all. I believe in you. I want you to believe in yourselves. Yeah, I really don't have anything else. I'm seeing tape being peeled off of a wall, like when somebody paints their home and then it's finished so they can pull the tape away. You just have to finish painting. Keep doing the same strokes. Be patient. Make sure you're laying the foundation correctly. But you know what it is that you're creating. You know what it is that you see. You have the vision. Hold on to that and believe it. Believe in yourself. God will never put anything in your heart that is positive, that is meant for you, that you cannot fulfill. He's giving you the means to do it. So trust in that and trust in yourself. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will see you next time. Thank you.